So we are the national charity for people who have Down syndrome, covering England, Wales and Northern Ireland. We have quite a wide range of programmes. We specialise in education, employment, being active, sports. Essentially, we want to walk life's journey with anyone who has Down syndrome and be able to support them at any stage. So we support new parents when a baby with Down syndrome first arrives into the world, and right through their lives at all stages. So it could be something to do with education, it could be something to do with work when they get older, independent living as they get older, it could be a health issue that they need some guidance on. Essentially, we feel that we want to be there for people with Down syndrome and their families throughout their lives and offer whatever support that we can. A lot of organisations, there is a genuine desire to recruit a diverse workforce, but I think often they don't know who to turn to for advice or support. They may not know that Workfit and the Down Syndrome Association are there to guide them through every step of the process. What we try to do at Workfit is to make the recruitment process very simple, very accessible for everyone, and we support our employers through every stage, from the initial discussions where they come to us and say we'd like to offer an opportunity, but we don't really know how to go about this, right through to the person being starting the placement or the contract, and then ongoing. Beyond that start date, we are always available to the employer for however long that person is with their organisation. So it's a very comprehensive package of support that we find has been very successful. So as I say, I think there is an appetite for employers to recruit. They just don't always know how to go about it. It can be a challenge, certainly, for people with Down syndrome or any kind of learning disability. Some organisations like to do the assessment day format, which we find just isn't helpful at all for our candidates. They would feel very pressured in that kind of environment. They would probably feel very much in the spotlight and uncomfortable, and may feel that they're very different to other candidates there. So we tend to talk to employers about their recruitment process and how accessible it is, and could we offer any suggestions or advice about making it slightly more accessible, and they do tend to be quite receptive to that. But our approach is very personalised. So we would talk to an employer, and one of my team or myself would work exclusively with that employer in that location. We'd build up a very strong relationship so that they could talk to us about anything. We understand that companies may have concerns or apprehensions because they might not know anybody who has Down syndrome, and we perfectly understand that situation. So they want to offer something, but just need that bit of guidance and support about how to go about it. And for people applying through an online format, for somebody with Down syndrome, that might be a challenge as well, depending on the support network they have available to them. So we tend to encourage things like a video CV and have our candidates record a short video about themselves, perhaps talking about the kind of work that they might want to do and what they enjoy, their hobbies and interests, something that can give the employer an idea of the kind of person that they are. Might they be a good fit within the team? Might they be somebody that they want to find out more about? I think for any employer who's looking for dedication, enthusiasm, motivation, commitment, those are qualities that we see in the vast majority of our candidates. They want an opportunity to show what they can do. They've got great skills, talents and abilities, and it's really just tapping into their strengths, what they're really good at, what they enjoy. And if we can get the right job and the right level of support for that person, we know that they will be there for a long time. So for employers, it's a hugely positive outcome for them to get somebody in their organisation who will be there long term, who will be very committed and dedicated. Some of our candidates are even reluctant to take their holidays because they enjoy their jobs so much. So, those qualities are really valuable to any employer. Well, we advocate a workplace buddy system at work. So some supported employment agencies use job coaches. We prefer a workplace buddy, so that's somebody who already works in the organisation, who will work in the team that person with Down syndrome will join. And we ask them to be responsible for the induction and initial training of that person, but also to help them with the social and cultural aspects of work, because as we know, when we all start a new job, there are those unwritten rules that we wouldn't necessarily know about. So a workplace buddy is a first point of contact who's always there, working alongside that person, supporting them to learn their job, supporting them with all the other aspects of being at work, and just being a bit of a safety net, if you like, being a really good friend, an ally in the workplace to help them to feel comfortable and settled, to help them to get to know people. So we find that's really crucial in helping people feel comfortable. The fact that we do a half-day training session as well with employers before somebody with Down syndrome joins the organisation is something that we know is very valuable to them. So we talk in quite a lot of depth about Down syndrome as a condition. We talk specifically as well about how to support somebody to learn in the workplace and how to get the best out of them. And we talk as well specifically about the candidate that they will meet, that they will work alongside. And that can be anything about them in terms of their hobbies and interests, any fears or things that they aren't comfortable with, any health concerns that we want them to be aware of, with the permission of the candidate, of course, to share that information. So we try and give them a really good grounding about Down syndrome and about the person that they will work alongside, so that they feel prepared. Thanks so much for having me. And can I just add before we go that all of our services to our candidates and our employees are entirely free of charge.